I'll say, attention, attention, attention. CLOSAC is still on strike. Good evening, comrades. This is to kindly remind members that our industrial action is still on and in full force. We therefore entreat all members to continue to stay at home until further notice. Kindly disregard any information that CLOSAC has called off the strike. The National Secretariat of CLOSAC will duly inform members when the strike is called off. Please note that the time for our grievances to be addressed is now, or we forever forget it. Our strike continues tomorrow, Wednesday, 4th May 2022, unabated. Keep the flame of the strike burning. Okay, so that is CLOSAC for our platform back information on the torso. Anna Makinkai. Well, after the May Day celebration, after the Eid celebration, Yaba back from the camp of the NDC, the National Youth Organizer, George Pariado, aka Pablo. Pablo was some drink count, baby Abokode.
I'm some drink count also.
Maybe a baby Akoye.
Yamidi, Okusu Yanadi, na Akase, Amambo Nebekuyi, na Hotoka Kraba.
Jehu watch opposition Fuguni.
Maybe Duankati.
Fugu, wait, do we talk about Deniso? Dennis grow up by Mobet Transwarez choose your opposition of because they know opposition say the
it's not a good place to be, trust me.
Oh, really?
It's a learning curve, but it's not a good place to be.
Wow.
And, especially when Amambo Nezunko ya na sabe enra me call peponeso ya call a dark Howard Mills ma mention it.
Oh, okay. Enra will call me.
I'm the Dennis in Subai. Me who know.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Always.
Me shabusiane day. As a scene and Bibia yes a two no parent should bury his or her child.
Serious.
I may ban and I'm sure Minya Boma be dintino. Men pet tomatoes, say, men tot tomatoes of now. As I'm a ton tomatoes me and 10 Ghana cedis.
Tomatoes me and son.
Yes. Sometimes what can I say? And as a sem now, what? But Obibiara would say maybe or could remove the Abbey that they are making a credit. But tomatoes me and son. I ended up buying 30 cedis.
Wow.
Yes. And maybe she and maybe Zame will say, Sabe, Mimpono Nyamiadum, Kakra Koba. Na, Benrami who be ana or de tomatoes by Quattro Potorium on social media.
Okay.
And also, your tom by command, just one very small piece. Your tom and 3 cities. I thought he was exaggerating. I saw it the day before yesterday. I'm being so exaggerating.
Wow.
But I bought 3 for 10 Ghana cedis yesterday. I ended up buying 30 cedis and I'm a minute to me.
Is it the same market in Dennis Aquana?
I don't know.
What ton of people know?
Oh, there be me sonning.
Oh, sonning now.
Yeah, me sonning now. Oh, my, I want to talk to now. And I mean, who dream make Accra? And it tells you the reality. Otofu, there's a major car because now a Milan Cruiser and I'm
yeah.
3 years ago, now I'm filling out 700 Ghana cedis. And I'm filling out 1,200 Ghana cedis. So I've packed there. I don't remember the last time I bought 2 years.
Wow.
So I'm using a smaller car. That same car, now I'm filling out at 350 Ghana cedis. And I'm filling out almost 600 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Me were Creta, Hyundai Creta. Now I'm filling Creta now at 320. And I'm filling Creta now at 460, almost 500.
Wow.
And these are realities. Oh, after COVID, the world is still recovering. But in other jurisdictions, they are buying NSA, are buying and the policies about is so nipa nasne momo some buffer be momo some support. In other jurisdictions, governments are not taxing their way out. That is the difference between Ghana and other jurisdictions. Over the weekend, they introduced e-levy. There were platform be a send also.
Everybody 11 come on the show. My Dennis Akwabansa. Well, it's about 25 minutes after 9. Adom 106.3 FM. We're joining Dwaso Nsem, Menini Kwesiasem, but Dennis Miracle Abwaje, director at the presidency in charge of local government, decentralization, rural development.
The close
producer. I'm a producer.
There's no problem. I know all your production.
Oh, there be some kind. In the end, they can was Makai. Then they are the canvas. No more
Pablo, who's on me coding radio?
Oh, okay.
It's not too close again.
But Dennis, more MCs in this is Mbetu Mokadabe.
Ubia be catch us in China. Sasa me catch me say friend, nipa kuno be ka friend no me.
Dennis,
na labor mami ka se me. Ade ba ko.
Yentu Mokaye is a fact. Appointment letter from farmer mo.
Some question me ka say. Ade ba ko wo employer-employee relationships.
Yeah.
If you create a family Pablo, Adom FM, but we are not supposed to discuss our salaries and remuneration.
Yes, I know
you are speculating.
No, the point is that they have not been paid.
All one.
It's a fact.
Oh, Pablo, come on,
there is nobody. Nobody can make an honest admission.
No,
but the point is that
they call us and tell us.
MC is this is the last time on market you acquired.
Me say employer-employee relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe say ubisame. Another person, my colleague, be a man.
No. It's not about the salary. It's not about the amount. It's not about the amount.
No, it's about payment.
No, it's payment. But I am not. But you are in charge of decentralization and local government.
Officer,
Adom multimedia, the head of operations would not know. Employee
no Dennis yes. not when you are director at the presidency in charge of local government.
Let's discuss the issues and discuss it with facts.
Exactly, no problem.
Let's say
yes,
employee-employer relationship. You're whispering, obi to be asem. The outcome, me say, and you're no correct. When I was saying, also for evidence, be my. What's a wood can or cast some.
Okay, thank you. MCs, DCs, and you're no crazy and you are Mokai.
Your Munisa issue.
And when was the last time market? I don't mean na medium. Nasa busumi ewu. Minimum be a bank account. Nasa wona okasa and you're no crazy. And you're no crazy.
Busumi ewu. What you say will be our second to account.
Okay, granted we are speculation. Granted we are speculation. Granted say a speculation.
Me say the outcome no credit. On for evidence be about almost improving children. What be that? Me yes sir. E be a Pablo de be.
This is the MCs or my catch na yen. Say yen tu o mokaye.
And no credit.
Ye more appointment letter.
Dennis.
Oh, man, what Mary?
Dennis.
Oh, they be on over for somebody.
No.
That you can me.
And you're no correct.
Me more controller. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the fact say me more local government sector in Chester. Me na me for DC for it. So I just say. Me tell me catch or me dika catch or say employee-employer relationship bro. Employee-employer relationship bro. And you be any employer any employee in one some. On be complaining to now what better way do so now see you because me say I no correct. To the best of my knowledge, obi am complaining to me. Sanko bi wo sector one and issue aka the first point of complaint in a minister.
Nah, okay.
So I just say. And you know the AKK. So we be say I think say the employer no will resolve it.
And you
now it will be we cry away and we can we crank yourself. Nipa no me complain ya. Say nipa no complain.
Ye nya complain anka ya ka. Na say complain don't be complaining to. Na
me nyundi.
Dennis no sir. An appointee of the president. It mean bad public ever complain. But what I expect from Dennis is that Dennis man can say you're no cry. Or they can say what?
Now then I mean say na don't know the account no to
can say oh that's say information
me say no credit what to me for
then is messi I no credit
it is your who prove it sound like who prove
it is proof you dey say
they thing about the how can they make they say he who is alleged no must proof that they okay there so what to prove here
because when is the MC be to me because you Jamaica DC be
now you something
obaye ya no koye
na call radios I think say fundamentally no so be our remuneration issues are be raising with the employer to send a close act for the close act the almost raising with the employer I end about here oh they na some it is me salary am me me and take control and say chale they be say no how can you feel but I want to pay points
but
me kwa no be catch me say bia oh me nya instructions say me feel I can feel my copy be instructions me feel na me tie obi agro they am can dey asamba me say obo ha
you mate me bua mate
it will prove it that way
o say o me prove ya cho
this you can't prove
no
the party that die
any asem no ya ne say the DC be to so a we hu the voice oh na say man munti o moka o pressure o well I was here 31 minutes after 9 what journey higher Adom
DC credit into account any problem
sound oh the deeper
oh there be answer but there is
I say we are former MC into wait we are try jacket you nyamba we there wait means
oh there be now wait means go for am about is go do sakopo won to me but we DC na in chia
yeah
I'm sure that there is a procedure you can go through
okay
won't mean by radio soon bekasa
there be under
but so if it didn't happen during our times I'm not able to say much but if you sit in that position and you are not being paid you have the opportunity of meeting your minister. I don't know about the current minister, but every local government minister I have known is readily accessible to his DCs.
And that's why I'm surprised. Until me cannot confidently say the outcome because
okay. Until I'm
DC you chrono a complaint. So for example, when you say even within the same sector, no, a problem is if you okra. Who salary be to be banana thereby for so many reasons. To me, quite rectify. Who specifically the person and it's
no way. You can't all MMDC.
Oh, they be I cannot confirm that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, say whoever complained to you, say quickly on reaching a minister.
Me to me confirm the pressure say a friend a local government minister say hey I same way me na me make once.
Local government minister and Casa
I'm on radio.
On Casa
I'm on radio.
Debbie. On you have own friend man in Casa.
I'm on radio.
You have not called the local government minister.
Dennis,
yes, you are on radio. That's what I'm telling you.
A deputy local government minister.
And you're local government minister.
Oh, me say make a local government.
That's what you say.
Oh, a deputy local government minister.
There are 3 of them. I'll find out from which of them told you.
Dennis, when you push me to the wall, me body
I'm pushing you because you're on radio, and I think it's fair. Pablo agrees. It's fair.
No, I don't agree. It's not.
It's fair. Pablo agrees. It is fair.
It is not.
Dennis.
No,
when you push me to the wall, I will mention it.
You are impeding all 3. You are impeding all 3. One boy.
Because of the whole.
One boy.
No, you are 3 minutes after 9. Dennis,
communication style will push you.
Dennis,
mention your source. That is one of the
me ready closer for you know. So far closer what is happening? Me kai say last Thursday and Dr. Nana to attack aside. No say by close of day. Bibia bebury. What is happening?
Me I don't have an update on it, but I know say last week there were a lot of engagements going on between the Closak leadership and the employers. I'm surprised all kinds of text. In fact, I don't know where this text, the source is coming from.
I stated it's from their platform.
To the best of my knowledge, it was a resolved matter. I don't know exactly why.
But if it's resolved, why have they not returned?
No, that's why. And then the first working day since last week.
Okay.
My first working day, they should be at work.
No, that's what I'm saying. Say, me call the office in Poco. I'm just coming here street. I'm surprised.
I'm going to report this.
Okay. Oh no, yeah, background.
But if indeed someone still on strike, I think say it's quite unfortunate. Almost quickly, no transfer, no resolve it. I think the everyone was saying Labour Commission for the local government service for the civil service for. I think they need to resolve this matter. When you say even for the DC, on only the NSA man or Ejuma for so no money. This issue sits really with the local government service and the civil service.
Yeah.
Because as for the
local government service.
Civil servants in become so okay. I think so if they're able to resolve it everywhere so that the district will be able to have their human resource to work. So
right. Then that's a Pablo Bremamie.
And I have had an issue on a few things on strike actually. I'm NDC but I'm Ghanaian first and foremost, and I don't think that strikes help any cause, and strikes should not be the alternative as they are resorted to. Unfortunately, employer and the employee, you might should drag your answer. The question I keep asking is maybe because I have not been to the very top before, I may be ignorant. But Adia unim se ubechia. Adia unim se ube 200 mo ubechia. Why would you let it result in lost hours? Neutrality allowance, money on which you've agreed that you will pay. If you don't have the money today to pay, call them and let them understand. Say, ABR, this is the plan, and then show them a payment plan and show commitment to it. But why would you even let it result in man hours? Because we know can say if they are on strike, we know you are losing. Because if you are an ministry, when I go and it doesn't get done, I am losing. And a lot more people are losing. So we should not allow some of these things get there. When a negotiation is not into me negotiating, and that's our decision, fine. But when we have agreed, and from the discussions I have heard, they had reached an agreement on neutrality allowance. Now the issue is with payment. This shouldn't result in a strike. I don't think it is proper.
Martin, well, obviously, 37 minutes after 9. Join your Facebook, ne post your comment, making kind of the amount. It's Yasun Wachim with Fidiatua, Memoir Quaba. Man, I think Reporters Without Borders. Now, I'm a researcher on Muye. Now, yeah, press freedom status as a nation. Now, we share the 2022 research and findings of Munyaya in Africa. Ghana, rank 10th position in the world, 60th position. Now, last year, 2021, now Ghana ranked 3rd in Africa and 30th in the world. But saying yabedu 10th, and let's commend the MPP government because for the first time, 2018, we were first. Now, from first 2018, now 2022, you're the 10th in Africa and 60th in the world. What happened? That is the question. And where are we? Pablo, we might starting few. So, how do you see the press today? Pablo, I'm starting few. So,
Asampa,
Vitiopa.
For some of us, we globetrots. And the Ghana passports and the globetrotter. Your passports no, and the nationality.
Actual globetrotter and brofo until breaking it down.
You will be no, your tie it to quite.
Thank you.
And sabi your kwaman on it. You're the Ghana passports, and you did two quite. You will be brave opportunity say and give it to me a J. Crofo Froso passports. But you decided that you do your mind. It's she knew no more about my assessor sa Ghana for passport na yikita and Ghana passport na yikita no, because I strongly believe that is my identity. And then the Semia Nyam. 3 weeks ago, we share a group of young Ghanaian investors out of Washington. And these are people who do international trading. And we are fans from Ejuma. And most of them are also very patriotic Ghanaians. So even though they have the opportunity of working around the world, I bet me citizenship. And the number of Ghanaians are a good brand with the institutions. No, I was amazed. Yeah, man, my cocoa school abroad. Oh, they are doing fantastic. Oh, they're fantastic. And these young men and women, and some older men, have every opportunity of taking other citizenship. But they've all stuck to their Ghanaian passports. Unfortunately for them, your negative rankings, finance and economy, is affecting their business and their trade. And in the other kind of I didn't see the relationship. So they drilled it down. So when they are yes, I hedge funds, I'm not a finance person, it's industry. But when they took their time to explain to me, so when they are even borrowing to fund other activities, because of our background as Ghana, Ghana, they don't know anything so no. Your negative outlooks now, your score no affects them. It is in the same spirit and press freedom. So if you underestimate the influence of SAR international ratings here on media freedom, it has the potential of affecting, one, investor confidence into your country. Two, how the world perceives you. But now we live in a global village. So it has its own adverse effects. And it also affects citizens. That is why I started by saying the passport we carry and how the world perceives us. Any businesses are chasing around the world are Ghana for being so far so in the long run. It has a negative effect on you. We were told in the run-up to the 2016 elections, and for a very long time, that President Akufo-Addo is a human rights advocate. In opposition, he exhibited it. We were also told that or cherishing press freedom in opposition. But to the extent, last year, people wanting to demonstrate in this country was a taboo. Last year.
Was it not because of COVID?
No, after COVID. Oh, now it wasn't not COVID time and a campaign. Now political parties were all over campaigning. Last year, people wanting to demonstrate was a taboo in this country. Until I challenged the status quo. Even that, when I wrote the youth wing of the NEC was going to do a demonstration, the police went to quote the law and I expire. When upon Bueno was IGP and baby Obi Amichiano, I had to write back and tell them, Mombrana Mujina Sono, because the Attorney General had become a standing block. Oh, yes, okay, demonstration, demonstration. So, meanwhile, Akufo-Addo's claim to fame in this country was demonstrations. Demonstrations are one of the ways what they express, and the Constitution guarantees it. These were basic rights guaranteed by the Constitution. This same man who was portrayed as a free speech lover, sitting in the office of the president, became a standing block. So my end demonstrating. We had to fight. The NDC had to lead in that fight, led by my good self and the NDC. And the breaky, silence. No. So yeah, move here demonstrating on my way. It will affect our ratings. So journalist at this radio station, so I may not tell you. Now national security operatives above them. Now say after so many days, months, and almost a year, and I'm referring to Adom Radio, issue in a course one. Nothing happens, sir. You will get this negative outlook. When you could see journalist in Yema, the computers. Now, not a single statement from the president on data. These are the ratings you get. More than Ghana. When a journalist or champion will course at the platform, a propagator will portray you as a lover of free speech. At the bottom, we need power. When that journalist under your government, I criticize you. No, your statement about you. Never see I didn't go see. Yes, you didn't too quite figure because his life was in danger. And I'm referring to Manasa Winnie Azuri. This is the outlook you get. When you have a hypocritical Ghanaian society, when it is another government, they find their voice. And then under your government, all the things you preached in opposition, we are seeing worse of it, and yet nobody can talk. This is the outlook you get. And so, over the last 2-3 years, senior yet treaty journalists, and you know, these ratings, maybe because governance is not an event, a process. Between 2017 and 2018, I made the first. No, you may credit Akufo-Addo because he was the president.
Yeah.
Yes, you may credit him. But what AIA say? A foundation or better, you know. As I'm say me urade muhano na me destroy BBA. Systematic destroying, it takes time. So when the foundation is good, and nobody can say under the able leadership of President Mahama, journalists were not properly protected. Manasa Winnie Azuri is a clear example. So it is the foundation, and you be sure we were doing well from 2013 consistently every year. We were improving until say 2018, the first. And watch our performance from 2018 going on. That was when the Akufo-Addo government had established itself. And mind you, the changing of the media commission did not happen in 2017. Before the change is ever. So that was the positive outlook he saw. But he took the credit for it. But after 6 years, was 5 years in government, we are now seeing his true character. A government that cannot support dissenting opinions. Okasa, hey, over this weekend, e-levy. Wow, Okasa tell e-levy be able to descend on you. The things that are happening in this country with this NPP administration on issues of media freedom. And sometimes you need more microphone be doing common. Me, I've been very critical on the media. I blame the media sometimes for maybe because you've not been critical enough of Akufo-Addo, like how you were critical against John Mahama. The same words you used against John Mahama, calling him incompetent, and not for Akufo-Addo incompetent. Media men have issues with you. You know why? They are afraid. Because of but when we lost power in 2017, studios are near Kasa. Oh, I know Biafra. Opariado. Now your MC were crapping no for. When Jai Kasana, you call the two. Would you be who you bet you to? It was happening. You can find out from Nipa Notiano. It happened. Right here in this studio. There was one day I was on a Senpai FM area. Now, BJ, before I don't want to mention the name. Hey, now, where the MC 8 years. I called it to the Kosokasa. When Jai Kasana, so when we lost power, a lot of the government appointees all of a sudden were quiet. And it just didn't happen. They harassed most of our people. Oh, I see Brayoko. Oh, I see Brahanomo. Oh, I see Yao Anomo. Just to make sure people couldn't talk. Apart from that, a lot of journalists have been invited by the police for very, very flimsy reasons. It's, Nipane Kasa crowd show. This morning I saw a letter from Elizabeth Ohini to the BBC. From such people. That BBC for report they should have referenced or cross-checked with the Ghana Media Commission. National Media Commission. Yeah, and I said we put out reports, and that Media Foundation for Africa, Media Foundation for Africa, and Professor Karim Nanedano. During the time of the NEC, what did they not say in this country? Today, their reports are not good enough because it is against your government. When such reports come, what do we expect from government communicators? Is to accept it and find innovative ways of doing better for all of us. Because this negative outlooks do not help the Ghanaian economy in any way. With this outlook, it may be media, but all your potential investor now kinds of report you for to come back.
Pablo Mate, just a quick one. Na afe said they will buy kase na mo home than whilst in the office. No, 2012, now we were 7th in Africa, 41st in the world. 2013, from 7th, yeah, but that 3rd. 2014, we maintained the 3rd position. 2015, yeah, but that 2nd. 2016, 2nd. 2017, 2nd. 2018, and it came to 1st.
Am I lying?
I was saying to me, bought the MPP.
NDC.
Debbie, MPP are buying us because they took over from 2nd, brought us to 1st.
Yes, and I make sure, I told
then,
you, governance is not a process.
Then 2019, back to 3rd position. 2020, 2nd. 2021, so 2nd. Until, say, yeah, the 10th position this 2022. And, well, Dennis, my member.
Yeah. Now, maybe the idea a kuyima Ghana, a manage. Say, me kind of enquire and so me real and Obio TMB or Nimi and me position on search reports. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. Even when it's coming from even NDC cry mitier. No, we will
not do such a report, so don't worry.
Baby, now we are not saying cry reports. Baby, now we are. Oh, Afro, dear.
Afro, baby,
Afro, almost say Allah about me. Oh, what that one? Recent one. That one is also called Afro BB.
Afro Barometer.
Afro Barometer. I said that one. Everybody knows. That's not what I'm talking about. There are a few and there are money accept money and there Thompson, Thompson, Thompson. But I mean that's just by the side. I mean that's the ADC and the staff, but that's just by the side. By the way, and see, worrying. It's a very worrying situation. Say, Ebeki career say I'm saying in our boom. Near say beer, press freedom across the world. No, more position no more bafem. Yeah, what I think as a country, striving for say Ebeku anymore. But we should also bear in mind, say, yeah, ranking. That's how we drop it on the ranking. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are performing poorly. It could also mean that others are doing better because they are indicators. Yes. Many know him. That's the truth. Say, yeah, ranking. See it here. Maybe I see temperament ranking. And then, maybe first because you measure the number of times I made through tantrums. So I just say, and then we through 10. And a Pablo, a true 11. Into me first. But I be a channel, me say through 10. And I'm a channel, me say through 10. But Pablo this time went through 11 or through 8. So I just say, into haven't gotten worse. Oh, there be. But what I'm saying is a fact.
Okay,
it's a fact about ranking.
Yes.
No, Pablo didn't say that BK. Pablo may describe what ranking is. And you can't take that away from me. Me say when it comes to performance ranking. You may be dropping on the rank, not necessarily because you are getting worse, but simply because some other person is getting better.
No, but
when the person is getting better, it doesn't mean
no, it's also because you were poor at indicators.
No, not necessarily. No, more example. It's not necessarily. If it's indicators, the outcome is not true.
Let's subject to say the bay will be a better.
Yes, they make a
understand
about no performance ranking.
Yes.
Yes, temperament index.
Yeah.
Temperament index. Yes, the edu susu say. Wa obe tie mu dodo no ye be kan. Nti ene me tie mu 10. Nti me di first. Pablo tie mu 11. Nti Pablo di second. And I will tie mu 12. Nti di third. Ranking no.
Okay.
Nti ye hwe mu no. The tie mu drop na ye. Cause tie mu 12. Into one yard, Pablo, 11, 1 yard, the second, and I'm 10, I'm the first. Echina, me Kosoa 10, man fe bia nka ho me so o man teso 10 na me tietie but this time round no Pablo instead of so be tietie mu 11 no ono tietie mu 8 into ono has rather shouted 3 less so let me go out here say na wo tietie mu 9 and we've also shouted about 4 less and ye ranking no echina no me da so e wo 10 na me tietie mu no but this time me di third Pablo aba be the first ina wa be the second and no nkyere say me deteriorate and I say ma me tietie mu emro so na mo be bia na me wo na ho na me wo na mo Pablo this time no ono aba be born home model do they make a fact subject into every logical analysis. That's true. Okay.
That's a general
now,
logical
moving forward,
analysis.
yes.
Okay.
So that's it about performance ranking.
Yeah.
The fact that you are dropping on the ranking doesn't mean you are performing poorly anywhere.
I disagree. And this agreement and some is subjected to the reports normally by at least some of the criteria on the year. Now number 1, media pluralism. That's number 1. One of the indicators are Then number 2, media independence. Okay, media independence. Number 3, the robustness of legislative frameworks. Now, number 4, the safety of journalists. Now, the media independence. And if you use criteria, we say Ghana, boy
I see, my main issues so but say establish it.
Oh, say establishment. The
point is, you can media independence. You can media independence. Now make us say, in testing media independence, you share the number of times I tell a public the number of times you manhandle journalists be. Mining. 2021, you manhandle 7. And other countries, manhandle 20, 30, 40, 50. TBD 47.
Sure.
This year, no, it be a 7 and a walk. But other countries, I'm not there's no country with 0. Even the US has more media molestation than Ghana. The US, they have more media molestation.
It was yeah, maintaining 7.
But other countries now, we are number 4 and 5. And not just me, my performing poorly.
Thank you. But I don't know Modiano so better.
It's like I say in performance ranking, the first will be on the ranking doesn't mean say you are doing poorly. That's a fact. The facts are not the NSWAT. And just say, what you see, we are looking at Nipadudua, and I said the number of times are Sabon.
Okay.
The other country no performing here no nkyere say what say and as a work so.
Okay.
Be on na here e be kra bia 7 no kra betimi ati about 5.
Okay.
Why improve it? Why improve it? Bobi here there say wo. That's what it is. I mean you can twist it but that's fact. But that doesn't change the fact say we are in a very very bad position when it comes to our index here on my end. Me see me one kakra. But I think that there are certain but fundamental reasons that you ask on mine. So we can improve. The German NDC for the only bear politics, that's fine. But me person share substance. I think professionalism across all the sectors is one of the reasons why we are where we are. Even the media people are part of the reasons why we are performing poorly on this media performance index. Even the media themselves, the way some of them conduct themselves, the way some of them behave, the level of unprofessionalism in some of them, and the way they conduct their business, the way some of them even interact with other stakeholders, for which reason it escalates into certain levels. As I say, we are agencies. The agencies are also a factor. Police, your friend is saying demonstration. When you man say, na media person be camera. I mean other places and I think Ghana a lot of them do. But a lot of them also assume so be any moment. Obi abon a press tag. Unim say nipa no press tag. Even war zone. Uko Ukraine, Russia war zone. There are media people there. I don't know if I'm There are media people there. Yeah, to every side make sure say they are not touching them. Police will be a visa. And you're only on the media. When it comes to the agencies, I'm telling you, it's only the media. Even those of us, if you say political class, be a moment, if you say your privileges, many Pablo, bibi, na say be a friend of the police for them. some of them, the level of unprofessionalism, it's worrying. I have said it severally on air about how I have a lot of issues with the way police conduct themselves, even at our checkpoints and their barriers. The level of unprofessionalism, the level of molestation, the level of abuse of the people on the streets. I have always had concerns with that. And to me, once I am thinking, say we are at a very poor position when it comes to this, I think that we should stop looking only at the political class and begin to look at the stakeholders involved. Because as Mpamino can say, over 500 or so media houses and aircar politics were Ghana across the country, including many Pablo, there are media houses there. Oh, say, Pablo, I know. A friend is saying, Buno is the today, as we speak this morning, there are media houses, okay, who are operating and discussing politics. There are hundreds of journalists on air this morning saying all manner of things about government, about state institutions, both opposition and in power. It is happening. We have not had a situation where in this country, Yebeka say politicians, media people, I mean, we should acknowledge that Ghana, we are not there. We have the main challenges, and I will insist, say, the biggest reason why we are where we are on this ranking. The state agencies who deal or manage the media people, and then the media houses and the media people themselves. Charlie, some of the journalists from conduct at time. Mr. Some at time. The level of unprofessionalism at time. Wako baby, to send dressy, and they call a year anakazo. The first rule that was there was that no pictures, no photography. Baby, I think the South African ambassador was sitting by the man side and probably said I'm to say. And then I think the Brazilian ambassador, baby, I think Rocky Dawinu was next to me. And then there was a journalist. Omo babe catch and say, "Yempe pictures, yempe say family no wants to be respected." No what's na say, no ukura camera ni say, and I still or person capture day no. And then once what they are sorry them, into a sofa sign babe no be tapping and say, "Excuse, you have to leave." But we say no, anka ebia another environmental. Why should you, as a journalist, having been told that this is a private function, you don't have to capture pictures and I say any images, insist to say which are complete unprofessionalism. So the escalation in this instance is that obi betwe nipa ne betwe pi 100 okrekre won so betwe na near capture now by news. We have a headline. That is one story out there in the global space. Police was an invitation among journalists. Say, Obia baby complain it yaw. Say waka sembia fano ho. Ono wonya adwen. Nti ye invite us separate police headquarters. Public police invite obeko. Me police invite me ameko. Journalists me dem journalists me dem nko. Dem be bia mo ye dem be ki bia me nka me dem ma. No atwen akopem membra ese police won so mo yom adwuma no ma court ma koje friend say arrest warrant o ma be fia ba be che no o mo chi ne wi a headline yen ka say why bone we ku nipa o yen ka say we bu obi o why be o police invite wamba embra no say police invite no wamba o mo won kwan so mo koje warrant ba be che o wa koje headline number 2 indicator ya check no eti yen ka say ye ka ho as a people. Truthfully, let's be honest and sincere with ourselves. Say, Omayi mu pai. You bet me I say you can kaya maya press any freedom agana kahon. How can we even admit this to ourselves as a people? Journalists Ghana ha. Na no pay ye trouble John Mahama. Ni trouble Ekufuado. Across the country. Ye be radio. Ghana funkasa so ba be frɛ ni trouble bi. Na ye de Jomama na ye frɛ no ye frɛ bi East Legon Landladies Association na ndc foka se wa broni na we ka we I think this country is very very free. There are excesses, but the excesses no e se ye kɔ ne fapem ye de ani a kyerɛ political class do. The nature political class problem examples is I think some of the examples don't find themselves here. Because over be a demonstration and bro where the demonstration. And our police force say, okay, men and police force say, okay, I think you went ahead, you went to court and all those things. And on your police from media people, which are indicators now, they are speaking specifically to media, press. And this is what I'm saying about demonstration. I'm on the police when your court case. We know if media freedom. So I just I know you had other issues on democracy, but media press will be.
Yeah.
And you know, Asempa, we need to begin to call out some of these agencies. How our security services conduct themselves when it comes to their relationship with media people. I think some of them I told you over exuberance. NDC for your conference, normally the police for some protected conference grounds for. Police for mona mobile by be my cordon off be media person be crack camera or my friend get out. Leave the space, my friend get out. Once the police for the be get out, leave the space. Hey, escalate headline. I think that say to me ebwa near a training agencies no any journalists so that all of them live up to their professional standards. We will probably be first because he has showed the level of political environment here. And I give that credit to both NDC and MPP. We must be fair to ourselves. Ghana is a very free country. We shall Rwanda money a DNA Egypt money a DNA a hono and your policy mean a baby you. A hono man penny Nagasaka Nesumame Abefao. Uganda money a dear. Ghana is a very, very, very free country. We must appreciate that. We must protect that. Let's go down into what the issues are. Who are the specific people leading us in this space? Now, see, I'm saying, a friend say, there is this coordinating unit to say, BB a media commission name. We say na kujo a commission BB a BA program to be able to provide some environment for media men, their safety and security. I need to confirm what they call it. So I just say, and I think say if we're able to, let me find out what they call it so that we I think the National Media Commission has started a setting up side, you know. And see, we need to just yes, I see a share mukena. Yes, mukena. There's a coordinated mechanism for safety of journalists. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a coordinated mechanism for safety. We are aware there. I think so we need to make that thing work. And when that thing work, the police, the military, the fire service, the whoever is involved in ensuring say when it comes to media engagement, able to me I protect you but media for no so I was so dear dom so shada die got to say radio station so say radio station I don't know if you heard that one. I say radio station it is wrong. And no say no kind of police yeah your police your military you mentioned it and yeah on man penny na koye you the citizens na nkasa na kwakoye sa dwumadi. So I just say, and so the people themselves also need to be educated. I think say to me yes Ghana party so open my be to me Canadian pa and Ghana mine and the credit goes to both political parties.
Martin Dennis
Pablo mo kwano mo yom te se bia o mine na enye he yet ye Pablo ka se obi anya na hwe.
Okay.
As about here waka say deputy minister be say dey obi aba
Dennis Miracle
Abuaje. Pablo asemi so kai Pablo to we.
Me da say.
Pablo tell me na mkodi na de.
Dennis me da say.
Me go to office one on you obi ahe. Onye boni bia obi awa be che no.
Office na.
Me here I can say it on authority. Say office one ankasa no here is exaggerated.
Office one o kan one serve na me ba che a coordinated mechanism on the safety of journalists.
Awesome. So we should let such
National Media Commission
such mechanism we should let them work so that the media people would be able to.
Well, Pablo, me ba cho bremame now you wrap up on this one nafi. Ghana at crossroads, you know. Dennis
Dennis has a very difficult job because maybe you FIBA and our by ma and me my son in Papua need be paid. Oh, by now in 70 hours and you don't know whether to admit or to raise a defense, but he's done well. He made an honest admission. So his government is not doing well in that light, especially when you are performing so poorly and abysmal. Now, Mesre, Dennis is interested. We are not doing well, but maybe somebody else is improving. That can also not be true, and that's what they disagree. Emma will raise criteria no you see at the year ratings no. Meaning, in the last 2 years, we've seen a journalist go to prison. In the last 1 year, we've seen a journalist go to prison. In the last 1 year, we have seen how the state, and it is once again, Dennis Kaze police who appoints the IGP? The president. You see, somebody must. Is it the problem with Akufo-Addo and Abayan? They don't take responsibility for anything. So they are always quick to apportion blame. American President Mama Ohonomo, as a Yedum Kania, John Mahama here now ECGO, but we blame John Mahama. When the police does anything, you blame John Mahama. As for President Akufo-Addo, 5 years of losing power, winning power. Say, no, media freedom a day. The next time President Akufo-Addo address this nation, they'll be blaming John Mahama. John Mahama and IABB rights. They don't accept responsibility to BBM. The BR they are portioning blame, and clearly that's what Dennis was doing here. Yempo. We have failed on this index. And this is not the only index we are failing on. No. Meaning, corruption index, you're failing. Our performance is the worst in many years. About finance, economy now, the economic outlook. For the first time, see, you're failing. And media. This is what makes the nation. And because the world has become a global village, when you are failing on corruption, you are failing on media, and you are failing in terms of finance and economy. Now, okay, an answer by it. So that is, and finance man will see. This is a C rating in media. The whole man scores a C in Yano. And corruption is in C. Now, Akufo-Addo Nemo, a science student from the University of Ghana, Economics Department. This is total failure. Okay, we'll be at Ose. Okay, we will be at Oba Bechibi Oba your case is here. As boy, your case is here. Rwanda near one. And come PhD about it. That's why you have 2 years. Okay, party, open the bar. A tough talker, or can someone can say Pablo. We Pablo Fiwa. And be an answer. Pablo, they almost said that for my dream. But I said, in every sector, okay, journalist for me, Nibina Mahama Abresu Yachiomuko BNI. President Kufoko Kai said they are trying to kill an ant with a sledge. Hamana Mahama Kai say tractor. Oh, journalists. Oh, there are 2 journalists. I'm going to give you their names. There are 2 journalists. How much your BNI say? I'm going to do a Jim from her. I'll give you the names. Yes, I'm going to give you the names just. I'm going to give you the names just. But that's for me. That is when President Mahama said such a statement. I between the genocide, and that was and he even called for war. For me, and that was when the treason charge. I would say charge Neso Dodone or say. A fly crowded sledgehammer because such things could lead to a disintegration of the republic.
Okay, great. Yeah, Dwaso. Yeah.
I feel I make a video.
Oh, that be. But audio social. But quickly. But Pablo ran it. Wrap it up, mommy. But Pablo time.
Okay, I'm trained.
So on all these things that makes the country a mad sabi, investor confidence about Kronimono. Supporter enough from outside. A mad in relief. One, and then in the last 2 attempts, our government, or international market, what was the outcome? No serious-minded investor will want to put his money into Ghana. You know why? So we did reports say only press freedom. Because if there is an issue, meanwhile, there is also another dangerous precedent from our courts. Because of the inconsistencies of our courts, no, even investors coming to Ghana now almost show. Because Asemu see, that's it, and that is what Kandapa sounded. If such reports go out, say anytime there is an issue against the government, now the likelihood of the government winning, greater. We've had international companies of Ghana business, and so when they make appearances before our Supreme Court, they are losing. Yet international arbitration, they win. No serious-minded business today Ghana under this government because of Sanyama Wenumbi. So ratings like this,
Pablo,
it's not good for your reputation as a country.
May I say, Giorgio Pariado, aka Pablo, and I'll say National Youth Organizer, NDC. Just a quick one, because you're back Ghana at a crossroads.
I don't believe it, but my Mr. Pablo, Captain Smart say, and Mahama in Mills, he was arrested 189 times. I doubt it. It's not true. But I'm trying to only a headline. It's all over. It's all over the media space. Oh no, it's here.
Pablo Bajo,
it's all here. It's all over.
Ghana at a crossroad.
No, let me make it's all over here.
Yeah, just 60 seconds.
So what it means is that
yeah,
indexer. These kind of headlines are meaning say
don't just take
but
the headlines.
But men just a research and it's just based on headlines.
Oh, my man, come on, Sam. They are going to pick headlines like this. Okay, headlines like this, reports like this,
and act on it.
It all forms part of the perception Omunya about Oman Ghana.
Okay, Matimeda say.
It's only bringing me back to my point. Say, the Pablo Kika Omampeni Mahama. So young journalists will come across 23.
May I say 16 minutes after 10?
I'm not basing on that to say because of that in tea.
Dennis Miracle Abaje, may I say Dwaso, the former president John Dramani Mahama, also a 2020 flag bearer for the NDC lecture and on the theme Ghana at a crossroad. Now, me bachamuntie this particular aspect, ma na fe yanka wa semani ade bewie. A broken social contract. It was part of a speech on my now me kai or say since the first elections were held under the Fourth Republic some 30 years ago, there have been 3 changes in government. Each of these changes has been heralded by expectations of better governance, leading to tangible improvement in the socio-economic conditions of our people. The MPP government came into office in January 2017 on the back of mouth-watering promises of almost instant transformation of our country and countless slogans. President Akufo-Addo did promise to change Ghana in 18 years month if voted for. Yes, he promised to turn around the fortunes of Ghana and create opportunities for all and take care of everyone in 18 months. A significant number of our citizens associated the promise with good and noble intentions. In return, and despite our best efforts, the Ghanaian people offered the NPP a clear mandate to steer the affairs of our dear country. An assessment of our current conditions shows that what is happening now bears very little or no resemblance to what was promised. There is a sharp disparity between promise and practice. Now, Dennis, how would you respond to this?
To
the former president, so you promised to change Ghana in 18 months. You promised to make Ghana better, but the are far different from the promises.
So, yeah, fulfill it. So, no, see, Ghana is at it. Okodoja was soon. Gazambrinka, Yenikania, ya fulfill it. It's better than do so. No, see, Okono, or no, President Mahama, Okono. Na Ghana is terrible. Ni esi be ye free ho de e ba kwa na esi be ye free ho na ye kan ye dundum ye free ho nti yama na ye better okono na afi bia Ghana fomba ojom trefi omuntumi nya school nko ombro 100,000 e wo kroma 100,000 because o ma minimum nya school fees ene ye free ho nkola Ghana fomba me no kase almost about 1.5 million keka ko 2 million o de nyina bomu e wo school o mko ni free okono na secondary schools Okomine Pablo district schools be to say Bemkum secondary school latte PSCS man pomprese en kolate tin riase no mu sua de e bi mutete apatase no mu didi ene ya fix this situation na amano enti Ghana is better than it used to be okono na Ghana ehia fo ne momro ma so mu ko teacher training college ene nursing training college kokko sua de no mu so mutumi nyia abe contribute to man no mu so de bibia kofie no omo allowances kakra mutumi nya ma mutumi ko school no otwemu yi free ho e kan se no nkwa na ebegina so ato abetia na mfa no obeyi free ho na ya ato abetia mo ye catch Ghana for say e ba ye be restore ya restore mo o man peni John Dramani Mahama o kasa ye o kaka sanse wo o kono na o man we mu o man Ghana yetim na ofa teacher for the nurse for ma ko school ewie a o mpeso mo nya adwuma ye na mutumi nya bibi de o mo sa ko ma no o kono na every week na teacher for the nurse for gina o ministries GS and Ministry of Health and Ministry of Finance ekura placards ye dey friend picketing omo ambreso na me beti picketing pacho asre Ghana ban say omo wie school nti en form adwuma mu ene ya fix this situation na ma no okono na oman we mu Ghana ni ye adwuma 1 year 2 years Send nobody now come MDC. I will say, oh now say in Chom Canada. You'll be a fan of Pablo Kai. I'll buy you money. Oh yeah, into a cacra. See a statuia. Didn't have a Bible chum training in a boom. O man breast wanka. What was the caffeine about to your mouth? I'll buy you my 1 year. You betray o man breast almost say. Why you do 1 year, but in this case, between and you bet you 3 months pay. And see, for 1 year work, they'll pay you for 3 months. That was what was happening under their government. And then you need us to be in you. You need us situation in you. And see, what is he talking about? What exactly is he talking about? National health insurance, or can no boom. What the card no hospital, and to say, a friend say. I mean, was a minute, probably a castle and Percy didn't be better. But all no guno at the pansam. And then national health insurance. A year, in fact, in Crawford, Eddie Etiomophons, no more renew, no more Demrica hospital, the tip by the Kutu Crown hospital because he had a card in the That is the situation he left Ghana in. We have come to fix it. So, what is he talking about?
Mate, Dennis Miracle Abwaje, Medase Bebre, Masom J. Pablo, Bremomamie. Ghana at a crossroad.
MPP for running narrative be and they live in that innocent and an Then it's not here. As at October 2016, now you need to so only you can do your checks and tell me some. Under the 4th Republican Constitution, President Rawlings encountered so. You who megawatts are the car. President Kufuor encountered so. You who do the car. Mind you, they are not the county and support it. Nipa dodua and then the level of development and the President Mills encountered so. President Mills so no and President Mama ebe inherit here. But under President Mahama, o take full responsibility admit say this problem has been persistent for this many years. And so me as the president, I will fix it. President Mama increasing in capacity. I mean, must be our excess capacity. If it's our excess capacity now or more camp, no, at peak levels, you will only 330 more. I say, if one of our major plants is shut down, the minimum average here is 660 megawatts. But currently, with even your excessive capacity, now say 320. Almost almost fix it, so then I'm the baby count. I'm buy almost just only 1 megawatt simple. I can one, and then you for American come back, never can power and now say you could do so much. In October 2016, there was no doom so in this country. The problem had been fixed. He admitted a persistent chair, but as no power plants, and you'll be seen over 2 years. The minimum 3 years. Look at the investments President Mahama made in the energy sector to the extent that you admit we have excess capacity. Meanwhile, the excess capacity in development if they don't do anything in adding on to our capacity in the next few years, we'll go back to do so. Because here hit the peak. Now your reserves are 330 megawatts. When the law requires it was here 660 megawatts at peak level. Now you say your reserves are 330. In the unlikely event, one of your major systems shut down, will move back into crisis. This is the man who resolved them so. Then they said, under our time, they were going to schools under trees. No. Maybe no. This is the government that is credited for ending schools under trees. The NDC between President Mahama and President Mills, and this shift system in all basic schools in this country. Today, capitation is in arrest for 1 year. That is how bad the education system is. I can say basic textbooks for basic schools, and I've said this on this platform. I was one of the first people that started to advocate. 3 years, 6 months, as a curriculum. Then it's near. Textbooks are, I was a teacher for the child at the basic level. One for being quiet. That is where we are today. I said that you cancel teacher training allowances. When we cancel teacher training allowances, we replaced it with the student loan trust fund. Mobile introduce here. At what cost? You teacher training allowance if you honomono. You increasing capacity because, for instance, PTC Akropon, PTC capacity be 400. Because government was giving subsidies, that government HE allowance needs to know. So be 400 at the whole year near for 200. So many more were home. Many more were home. The year allowances if you no. We replaced it with feeding grants. Today, you know what they've done? There's people in craftiness and in Kontompo. Now the students pay for their feeding and then they are giving them the allowance. So the students end up paying more. It's allowance now, but you know what I'm saying? Feeding. Allowance then almost 1 year na munchiai. Mena say capitation arrest. There is an arrest in capitation for the last capitation for basic schools, so capitation grants for almost 1 year. And what is Dennis saying about health insurance? That ain't health insurance. After health insurance was working, they made noise about health insurance. Mena say about the health insurance got 2 years last month and we release peanuts. But you see, state institutions in Israel, because of the way I treat you, it's obian put me and kasa. But go and check the status of health insurance. It is one of the sick. Say this government, this dishonest government led by Ekufuado. The number of promises are on ESLA. That Omobobe cancel ESLA. And Nemenoka say, Udim data is being reducing fuel prices. Today the Ghanaian is worse off under this government than under any other government. Udim data taxes of petroleum product because ESLA they are till 2035. Education sector get fund. So what is Dennis talking about? Where Ghana is today, we are at a crossroads. And you see, granted, say Akufo-Addo has done so well. What is the world saying about Ghana? Or the young granting Pose Akufo-Addo a yadia manabroso. You are saying no then about Ghana, a country that today cannot borrow $100 million on the international markets. You state a woman you as an individual asempa over more credibility. So be kwabon tia kobobosia saying country Ghana. This is a country yedija mono. Ye fear by mono. Na Ghana you see outlook. Now your economy no rating agencies rating and see. That is where we are today. That is where we are today. See outlook Nediamaye. Ya boy. What I'm gonna say. The leader reflects his performance. See now, or the University of Ghana no, and then they coach one about anymore. See economy, see corruption, see media freedom. So look at the state of Ghana today in terms that we are not at a crossroads.
But a problem is that as I'm drinking out, Dennis Miracle Abaje, I don't want to say, young fancy. Why?
There, there was a uncommon didn't me corridor in TV. Obi Kasi, we are members of me because Ghana phone him.
Mate.
Sekania no modum no na maso Ghana phone nim.
Mate me da se e was your phone me da was.
Allowance do Ghana phone.
I was me pound. Ya dey see. Ya fast that kasi my Airtel Tigo life is simple. Awake drinking water. Where back all we care. My life say my way I can say no way.